Welcome, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I have smoothies for everybody tonight. Smoothies, because it's summertime. And who doesn't like a good smoothie? I certainly like smoothies. So we'll talk all about smoothies for every single sign so you can manifest your summertime goals. Welcome to my channel, everyone. Welcome back if you're returning, and welcome aboard if you're new here. I'm Joshua the Psychic, and you can check out my website, psychicsun.com. Running my services if there's anything I can do for you. And definitely check in the description below for loads of free resources to help you with your life. So tonight, we're going to be talking about smoothies. They're the perfect summer treat, of course. And in addition to that, when you align this perfect summer treat with astrology, you can manifest your goals. By combining fresh fruits, vegetables, and powerful ingredients, you can boost your energy and align with your zodiac sign's unique needs, specifically for this summer. Hey, Haley, nice to see you. Would you like a smoothie? Well, I have one for you. When we're doing Scorpio, you're going to get your smoothie. I've made a smoothie for every single sign. I think you're going to like yours. And you also want to see, because you're a Scorpio, what smoothie I've chosen for an 8th house transit for, that would be Sagittarius, because well, essentially, if we're doing an 8th house transit, we're going to be talking also about Scorpio, the perfect Scorpio smoothie. So yes, we're going to talk all about it. Here are my favorite smoothie ingredients. Now, you don't have to go with mine, obviously, but just to let you know what I like, and then I've recently discovered, I've discovered kefir. So I guess it's fermented milk. I don't know what it is, but it's very good for your gut. So you could have some kefir first thing in the morning, they say. It's good to make that the first thing you put in your stomach, I've heard. And it's very good for your digestion. And it gives you, I'm guessing, enzymes and whatnot. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But it's very, very good. It's a little bitter, but I like kefir or kefir in my smoothies. You also, if you're looking to watch your sugar, since you're going to be getting a whole bunch of sugar with your fruit, you could get some unsweetened almond milk. I love my unsweetened almond milk at Trader Joe's. I actually like the almond beverage. I guess they can't call it milk, but it's really extremely low calorie, and it's very, very tasty. I think it's only 30 calories a cup, which is nothing. So if you're watching your cows, I would get some unsweetened almond milk, especially that unsweetened almond beverage from Trader Joe's. Also, what I really like, and it's also not very high calorie, is unsweetened dark chocolate almond milk, which you could get from Whole Foods. It's really, really good. Even on its own without a smoothie, you could get some unsweetened dark chocolate almond milk if you are a chocoholic like myself, or you have a sweet tooth. Now, for frozen fruits, berries are so good for you. I love frozen bananas. I really love frozen peaches. And I also love frozen cherries. I like my frozen cherries with a chocolate smoothie, which we'll get to for the Sagittarius smoothie that I made for Sagittarius. Now, if you are low on protein or you want more protein, if you have the kefir, you will get some protein in that. I think there's 10 grams per cup, at least the unsweetened kind that I use. Oh, probiotic. Thank you, Haley. Probiotic, that's the word I was looking for. But if you're looking for some extra protein, maybe you work out, I love Sun Warrior protein powder. It's really, again, not very high calorie. It's like 90, I think it's 90 calories a scoop. And if you want chocolate, you can get the chocolate. If you like vanilla, I have both, and depending on what I'm feeling. So you can add that to your smoothie. Now, my favorite add-ons to your smoothie, to smoothies, I love peanut butter, and specifically, I like Justin's peanut butter. There's probably a few extra dollars more than the Skippy or the Jif, but I really like all Justin's. And I choose the one that is classic. So you can get some peanut butter. Again, the calories will add up. I could make you a 1,500 calorie smoothie no problem. But then, you're going to have to watch it for the rest of the day if you're watching your calories. Chia seeds are super good for you, apparently, but you get 2 tablespoons and it's like 120 calories. So do bear that in mind. Sometimes it's worth it if you need some extra fiber and the other cool things that chia seeds do. And it gives a crunchy aspect to your smoothie. And then you could also go with cacao. Cacao? How do you say it? Let me see. How do you say? Let's see. Cacao is how you say it. Cacao. It's like chocolate, but it's not. It's better for you than chocolate. And I have cacao powder that I put in my smoothies, and it's really, really tasty. Not always, because sometimes I want a chocolate smoothie and sometimes I don't. And then coconut flakes, again, pretty high calorie. I think it's 2.5 tablespoons is like 110. There's fat in that too. So just watch it. You can always just make it a basic smoothie, but if you're feeling adventuresome and you have plenty of calories to spare, well, I would just go all out and have some peanut butter. I think peanut butter makes everything better, essentially. So here are my favorite ingredients, and you can use these if you want. So let's go through every single sign. So what I've done is I have made a smoothie for every single zodiac sign based upon where Cancer, the sign of Cancer, is in your chart, because Cancer starts the summer solstice, right? So when the sun enters Cancer, in terms of the whole house system, your sign is going to be going through a particular theme. So these are summertime smoothies. You can, for whatever it is that you're looking to manifest, you could grab a smoothie, but these are going to be specific for every single sign for the summer, because the summer solstice has the sun in Cancer. If you have any questions, just let me know. So for Aries, when summertime comes for you, Aries, it's all about your home and your family and your emotional security. It's all about creating a strong emotional foundation. And if you have a strong emotional foundation, Aries, you can do it all. You can do anything, because it's a great launching pad for all of your hopes, dreams, wishes, and goals. So your smoothie vibe for your 4th house is comforting. It's nurturing. It's grounding. I've made for you, Aries, what I would call is a strawberry banana smoothie. Because you get your strawberries, and that's going to give you emotional healing and nurturing. Banana is so great, and it's very nurturing, and it'll give you more stability. It's very good for empowering yourself, especially your solar plexus chakra. Chia seeds, I would add some chia seeds. It's good for grounding and mindfulness. And I'm going to give you some extra peanut butter, Aries, because it is a 4th house transit, and that can make us, well, a little bit more hungry. Under Cancerian time, for all of us, we have to notice that we may be more inclined to eat, because that is a form of nurturance, and Cancer is all about nurturance, and we're super sensitive when the sun is in Cancer. And I'm going to give you some almond milk. So I hope you enjoy your smoothie, Aries. This is a strawberry banana smoothie, and it should help you to feel more comforted, more nurtured, and more grounded. So for Taurus, I created for you, Taurus, a really cool smoothie with, essentially, it's like a blueberry mint smoothie. Blueberry mint lemon smoothie. Because Taurus, when summertime comes for you, it's hitting your 3rd house, the sign of Cancer. So it's all about you getting more social when it's summertime. The 3rd house is about communication, socializing, short distance travel, short trips. The 3rd house is a lot. It combines many, many different things. Your mindset, your communications, your siblings, your neighbors, cousins. So lots of activity, a lot of social activity for you, Taurus, when the sun is in the sign of Cancer. So I made for you a fresh, clear, and very social smoothie. We're going to give you blueberries, okay? That's going to enhance your communication. It's also very good for your 3rd eye chakra, so you can actually see things from a broader perspective, right? Because with the 3rd house, you can be a little bit focused on the here and now. You might not be very far-sighted under a 3rd house transit. So blueberries are going to help you to see the big picture. Mint is wonderful for clarity. It will give you more of a sense of clarity, because with the 3rd house, Taurus, there's just a lot of information coming to you, and you got to be able to separate the wheat from the chaff. This is essential. This is non-essential. You'll probably be getting a lot of invitations. With that mint, you're going to have more clarity. The only issue with mint, Taurus, is that it gives you extra clarity, and if you have that mint in your aura, well, other people might be going for you to clear things up. I added some lemon to your smoothie, Taurus, because it boosts joy and it gives you a little bit of extra energy. And that third house energy, it's very lemony. It's very, very bright and sunny. I gave you some chia seeds for balance and energy, and I added some coconut water so you keep hydrated, because if you're going to be in your car going distances, you need to be more hydrated. So I hope you enjoy your smoothie, Taurus. This is going to be a really good one for you. Kasmar, great to see you. Good evening. I've made you a smoothie. It's coming up. It's coming up in 7 signs, actually, or 6 signs. So for you, Gemini, I made you a banana apple smoothie, because when summertime comes for you, Gemini, it hits your second house, which is all about your money, your self-worth, your talents, your abilities, your skills. The whole thing with the second house, it's about you being natural. Because if you tap into your natural self, you're going to tap into your natural state of abundance, right? The theory goes that if you are at one with yourself and being authentic and sharing your natural gifts with the world, well, you're going to grow in prosperity. You're going to be more abundant. So I gave you a nice, abundant, grounded, and empowering smoothie. First, we're going to start with some banana. We need some banana because that's going to give you a sense of like empowerment. It's going to nurture you, give you emotional balance. Apples are very, very good for prosperity and opportunities. So it's abundance, it's stability. Also, apples are good for love. Now, I'm adding some cinnamon to your smoothie, Gemini, because cinnamon, it attracts money. So when summertime comes for you, Gemini, you might be ready to get a side hustle or get a new job. And that cinnamon's going to give you some extra confidence too. I added some chia seeds to your smoothie just for some extra fiber and some balance. And I'm also giving you some peanut butter because that second house is, it's very much connected to your taste buds too, actually. Second house is connected to Taurus, and Taurus has to do with anything that you take in. And who doesn't like extra peanut butter? So this is a very good smoothie. It's very, very, very tasty. You could, if you wanted to, swap out my apples that I gave you for strawberry, because a banana strawberry smoothie is amazing. I may not put cinnamon in it if you add the strawberries. Just, do a little bit of a taste test and see how you feel. And I hope you enjoy your smoothie, Gemini. So Cancer, this is your season. So I made you an extra special smoothie because it's hitting your first house when we hit the summertime, and it's the summer solstice. The sun enters your sign. It's all about you, right? You're becoming this new person. You're asserting yourself in new and fun ways. So the first house for you and summertime for you, Cancer, is all about self-expression, personal growth, and your identity. I am fill in the blank, because in life, really, everything is all about your identity. You not, when you're manifesting, say you're manifesting a guy to fall in love with you, right? Or to get married. You're not manifesting the guy. You're manifesting the version of you that has the guy, right? Or the job, or whatever it is that you want. So for your first house, I created for you a very bright, reflective, and transformative smoothie. Now we're going to start with some watermelon. That is a lot of water content, obviously, in watermelon. That's going to be good because that's going to help you to, it's going to clear your energy and clear your system. It's really good for emotional release, and it can be very refreshing. Cucumber is also really, really good for you, and it's very cooling. It will give you clarity. Because even though the sun is in your sign, Cancer, it can be a lot of emotion for you. You might be feeling a lot of different things, which is why I gave you some mint in your smoothie to give you more clarity. That's going to give you peace and clarity. I added some chia seeds to your smoothie, Cancer, for some extra grounding and some extra energy. And then I gave you some almond milk. So I think this will be a nice smoothie for you. I think it's going to be a very interesting smoothie, and it's going to clear up your brain so you can allow that authentic self to shine. And I hope you enjoy your smoothie, Cancer. So for you, Leo, now I gave you, Leo, a smoothie that is a little bit more subdued, let's say, compared to what I would normally give you, Leo. Usually with Leo, I would think of pineapple and mango and, bright yellow fruits. And the reason I didn't is because, Leo, when summertime happens, it's the summer solstice, you're going through a 12th house transit. So the summertime is the start of Cancerian season, at which point you are preparing for your birthday, because your sign is after the sign of Cancer. So prior to the sun going into your sign, Leo, it's in the sign of Cancer, which means you're having to process the past 11 months. Like, what have you learned? What do you want to do? What's the next step? In the 12th house for you, you might want to relax a little bit, right? And take it down a notch, get some extra sleep, get some extra rest. Because that 12th house is all about spirituality, things that are hidden, and your healing. So the vibe for your smoothie is very calm, soothing, and introspective, Leo. I'm adding for you peaches in your smoothie. Now, I have to say that out of all my smoothie ingredients, I kind of think that peaches might rank up in the top 3. There's something really, really good about peaches in smoothies. So I'm giving you those for emotional warmth and comfort. I'm also adding some banana, or as I like to say, I don't know where that came from, but I always love saying that. Banana, like that. You can try it along with me. I don't know what it means or where it came from, but you can't say that with any other word. So have some banana in your smoothie, Leo, for some extra grounding and nurturing, because it's very, very, very tasty. And who doesn't like? I love banana personally. And then you have some coconut milk. That's very soothing and very gentle for you, Leo. And I'm adding some chia seeds for grounding and mindfulness. And I added some almond butter. I mean, you can put peanut butter if you want, but almond butter specifically, or almonds, are really good for comfort and inner peace. And they also are good for prosperity. And that subconscious of yours, Leo, is very porous during a 12th house transit, which means that you got to feed your subconscious mind what it is you want it to believe. Because if you say over and over again, that's why affirmations are so cool. Like, I am happily in love. I am really creative. I am prosperous. The subconscious hears it so often. It's like, well, it must be true. I keep hearing it. So I would say enjoy your smoothie, Leo, and definitely get some extra rest, because you have your birthday coming up. And how are you going to jump out of the cake for your birthday unless you're well rested and you cleared out any subconscious blocks and you're releasing old paradigms. Like that 12th house transit for you, when we're in the sign of Cancer, it's all about healing. Like, how can you heal your brain, right? So enjoy that, Leo. I hope it's really, really tasty for you. So Virgo, I created a very balanced, energizing, and grounded smoothie for you, because you are going through an 11th house transit when the sun enters the sign of Cancer. Now, the 11th house is really, really fun. It has to do with your hopes and your dreams and your wishes and your goals. It's about your friendships. It's about your network. And some might say your network determines your net worth. So you, when the sun enters the sign of Cancer, are probably going to be thinking more about your hopes and your dreams and your wishes, your aspirations. And you might find yourself more social, trying to find that tribe that matches your vibe. So what I did is I got you a smoothie that has blueberry in it, as well as pear and some extra spinach, because, well, spinach is very, very healthy for you. And the cool thing about adding spinach to your smoothie is that you do not taste it. I can't say the same about kale. But if you add spinach to your smoothies, you probably will not be able to taste it. It might turn the smoothie green, but you may not taste it. And then you're getting all of these extra vitamins and nutrients. And goodness knows, Virgo, you like your vitamins and nutrients. Your blueberries are all about mental clarity. It's going to be giving you good communication skills. It's going to help you to see that big picture. Blueberries are also known for protection. That's really true. So you might find yourself being protected from any groups that are not good for you. Now, pears are all about social harmony as well as other things, but that'll help you to find the right tribe for your vibe. And of course, we're going to add some spinach to your smoothie, Virgo, just because you're extra healthy, and it's going to give you clarity. It's good for your heart, right? It's green. So think about the colors of these different smoothies, and they are associated with the different chakras. So your blueberries, for instance, will align with your third eye chakra, which is indigo, right? And that's going to help you to actually see ahead and say, okay, this is what I want. This is the dream. I added some lemon to your smoothie, Virgo, for refreshment and joy, as well as some coconut water, because if you're with your friends or you're going after your dreams, you need to be really hydrated, and coconut water will do that for you. So I hope you enjoy your smoothie. What is this, Casimar? You don't like little bits in your smoothie? Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to have to make a revision to your smoothie, apparently, because there may be little bits in your smoothie. So I guess what you're saying, Casimar, is that you also don't like pulp in your orange juice. Is that correct? If that's correct, well, that's okay, Casimar. We're not going to put pulp in your orange juice, and we're not going to put little bits in your smoothie. So I'm going to revise your smoothie when we get to your sign. So don't worry. If you see little bits in your smoothie, well, don't worry. I'm going to take them out. Pulp is fine. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Leafy bits. Oh, no, we don't like leafy bits either. No. I agree. No leafy bits for you, Casimar. So for you, Libra, when summertime comes, you're actually getting the party started when it comes to your career. The sun in Cancer hits your 10th house of status, position, honors, your reputation. So I created for you an energizing smoothie that should boost your confidence and, of course, give you balance, because that's what Libra is all about. It's all about balance. So I added some grapes to your smoothie because that's all about abundance and success. Oranges, which are great. That's like, pleasure, joy, confidence. It's really good for your sacral chakra, which can help you attract things into your life that you want. So maybe you're looking to attract higher status, either in your friend group or in your work situation. I gave you some carrots. So this might be a rather orange-looking smoothie. Carrots are really good for your eyes. And it's metaphorical too. So it's going to give you that broader vision. Because as you're going through this 10th house transit, people are probably going to be looking at you, Libra, to guide them, right? You're going to be in a position of leadership when we start the summer season, when the sun is in Cancer. I also added some cinnamon to your smoothie. I think that'll balance out the carrots, and it's also really good for attracting money and success. And I added some almond milk. I created the base for your smoothie with almond milk, and it's very, very tasty. So I do hope you enjoy your smoothie, Libra. Now, Scorpio. So I gave you a really cool smoothie because, you're going through a really, really cool transit, actually. The 9th house is what transit you're going through when we hit the summer solstice, Scorpio. And when the sun is in Cancer, it really goes well with your sign. And honestly, because Jupiter is in Cancer, Scorpios as well as Pisces are going to be doing so much better because you got Jupiter, planet of luck and abundance, and a water sign that jives well with yours. But when summertime happens for you, Scorpio, you might be getting itchy feet. You might be like, oh, I want to go on a trip, or I'm sick of doing this, or I'm sick of doing that, whatever it might be. And you might decide that you want to go out on a limb because the 9th house has to do with leaps of faith. It also has to do with broadcasting or publishing. So if you're writing something or broadcasting, you can sip on the transformative, expansive, and enlightening smoothie that I made for you. So, first ingredient, I gave you blackberries because that's all about spiritual clarity. Pomegranate, I gave you 2, which is all about transformation and rebirth because you're always transforming. And I also added some beets. Beets are actually really, 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 really good for you. Now, Casimar, you got to tell me if I need to take anything out of this smoothie for you, because if you don't like it, we can make adaptations here. But beets are really very good for you. It's good for your vitality. It's good for your strength. I added some ginger for more strength and transformation, and some coconut milk. I mean, I think that coconut milk is going to be really good to balance out the intensity of the ginger and the beets. So I hope you like this smoothie, Scorpio. So far, so good? Okay. Oh, you like it? Okay. All right. All right, good. I'm really glad to hear that because we don't want any leafy bits. No leafy bits for Casimar. So enjoy your smoothie and go out on a limb. You put ginger in your tea, do you? Okay. That's great. That fires you up, I bet, right? Gives you that little extra bit of courage, a little extra fire for you. I'm glad you like your tea with some ginger. So for Sagittarius, now Sagittarius, this is an intense time for you. When summertime happens, you're in the process of like letting go of stuff, right? You got to let go. What is this, Haley? Hold on, Sagittarius. I like beet juice. You like beet juice? Okay, a lot of Scorpios do. I don't like beet. I'm sorry. Sorry. Yes, it's good for colds too. Ginger is good for colds. You heard it here first, folks. So Sagittarius, when you're going through summertime, there is this letting go process, most likely, because it is hitting your 8th house. Now, keep in mind, for the Scorpios that are in the audience, I see 2. This is a good Scorpio smoothie because the Scorpio is aligned with the 8th house, and Sagittarius, when you are going through summertime, you're going through an 8th house transit. So this is a good smoothie also for Scorpio anytime, right? It's an intense smoothie, it's transformative, and it's empowering. Now, I have to say that cherry smoothies are really good, probably in my top 2. All right. And I love it with chocolate. So I would add, if you have plenty of calories to spare, some extra chocolate, maybe some chocolate protein, maybe cacao in your smoothie, or cocoa or whatever. But make it chocolatey if you're going to have cherries. It's very, very, very tasty. Trust me on that. Cherries are also really good for transformation and emotional healing. And think of like that color, that dark, juicy red color. That's so scorpionic, right? And you want to tap into that vibe, Sagittarius, for your 8th house transit. I added some banana to your smoothie because, well, banana's just great, and it's good for grounding and emotional balance. And it gives those cherries, it gives them more, well, I feel like the banana helps the cherries sort of latch on to the cherries, if that makes sense. I gave you some cacao. I just learned how to pronounce it, so that's why I'm exaggerating. Cacao, which is all about joy, creativity, and mood boosting. And I mean, who doesn't like some extra cacao? Or chocolate, because you need chocolate in this smoothie. In fact, I shouldn't have put almond milk there. I should have specified dark chocolate almond milk, because you need to have a chocolate base with your cherry smoothie. It's a must. And I added some spinach for you too. Now, you can have the spinach, Sagittarius, and I know that you might be frowning because Sagittarians are not really big on vegetables. They're more about having fun. But I added some spinach just because you might need some extra healing for that heart chakra, right? Because you are going through a little bit of a time when summertime comes for you. And that spinach is going to give you extra vitality and health, so it should be actually really tasty. Capricorn. So when summertime comes for you, Capricorn, you are in the mood for love, most likely, or at least in the mood to partner up, because when the sun is in Cancer, that hits your 7th house of partnerships, marriage, and relationships. So I gave you a smoothie that is good for grounding, nurturing, and connectedness. So you can connect with your honey if you're already in a relationship, or you could sip this smoothie while looking for your beau or your lady love. And that could be really cool, right? So I gave you one of my favorite smoothies, Sagittarius. This is a really good smoothie. This is really, really good. So first, did I call you Sagittarius, Capricorn? I hope I didn't call you Sagittarius, Capricorn. So I gave you one of my favorite smoothies. Definitely one of my top 3. It's with peaches. And if I didn't say so before, get frozen fruit. It's going to save you money on ice, and it's going to make your smoothie a lot more creamy. So get some frozen peaches. That's good for emotional warmth. It's good for connection and harmony. And peaches are just great. Now, what you want to do is you want to add some banana to your smoothie, because peaches and banana, well, they go really, really well. It's good for grounding and stability and nurturing banana. So enjoy banana with your peaches. Now, what I also did is I added some coconut flakes. Now, hear me out here. I did this because there are little bits in this. Casmar, if you're listening, there are bits in this with coconut flakes. And I think that it's okay. I mean, I don't mind the little bits of coconut flakes. So I added some coconut flakes. It's soothing, it's grounding, it's going to connect you to the earth, and it's just going to make your smoothie a little bit more interesting. Now, of course, I added some peanut butter because that's really good for comfort, emotional support, and grounding. And I cut your calories. I'm not going to give you kefir as a base because you have enough calories in this smoothie that between the peanut butter and the coconut flakes, this is a high caloric smoothie. So I'm giving you some almond milk, some unsweetened almond milk. And when you are done this smoothie, well, you'll be ready for love. You'll be ready for love. You'll be soothed. You'll feel relaxed after your busy day, because Capricorn always has busy days. Oh, you like coconut? Okay. So are you okay, Casmar, with little bits of coconut in your smoothie? Because I happen to love little bits of coconut in my smoothie. I juice my beets or roast them. Okay. All right. Well, I haven't had beets. I'm a little trepidatious about beets, to be honest with you. But I think that I've heard that you can cut them up really tiny and actually put them in burger. It adds a little bit of a kick to it. But this is a really good smoothie, Capricorn. I hope you like it. And it'll help you find love. I think most important, it's going to soothe you and make you a little bit less anxious, more focused on pleasure and joy. So for Aquarius, when the sun enters Cancer, well, you're ready to get yourself in shape. You're ready to get organized. You have that 6th house transit when the sun enters Cancer. So summertime for you is really about getting organized, getting your ducks in a row, making sure your health is great, that your routine is efficient, and that you're doing really quality work, which is typically very important for an Aquarius. Aquarius wants to be excellent. And, well, they usually are, typically. So for your smoothie, I gave you one that's refreshing, energizing, and grounding. Now I'm adding some pears to your smoothie, which are just very refreshing. I think as an air sign Aquarius, you'll love the clarity that you'll get with the pears. I gave you some apples in your smoothie too, which is good for nurturing, stability. It's also really good for love as well as money. Now, because you're in this healthy transit, Aquarius, I added some spinach to your smoothie. Remember, you're not going to be able to taste it. Granted, it might become a green smoothie, which might not be great, but you're not going to be able to taste the spinach. Maybe you like spinach, all the better if you do, but it's going to give you some extra nutrients because you want to be as healthy as possible this summertime. I mean, it's a 6th house transit, for Pete's sake, right? So that spinach is going to give you clarity and well-being. I added some ginger to give you a little bit of get up and go, because ginger is very fiery. It's going to energize you. It's going to make you more healthy. And I added some coconut water to your smoothie as a base. I just think that a coconut water base goes much better with the pear and the apple. And it's very hydrating and refreshing. And, you know, if you wound up tying one on the night prior, well, coconut water is really good for you. It's going to hydrate you and help you. Well, it's going to clear you up, and it'll help rehydrate you if you happen to have a hangover. But I would suggest, Aquarius, that you do not have a hangover because it is a 6th house transit. So if you are going to drink, I would be very, I would use a light hand, because this is a very important transit for you in terms of your health and your wellness, Aquarius. And you can't get away with too much when you're under a 6th house transit. You can't get away with being up all night, eating foods that don't agree with you, that are unhealthy. Your body's going to be a lot more sensitive. So, but enjoy your smoothie nonetheless. And then last but never least, Pisces. So Pisces, this is a very, very fun time for you. Number one, the sun is in the sign of Cancer. And, well, that's really good for you because you're a water sign too. But even better than that, Jupiter, planet of luck and abundance, is in fellow water sign Cancer too, which is going to make you more lucky and make you more abundant. For all of us, I would definitely enjoy water and spending time in water, drinking your water. If you have a smoothie, well, there's plenty of water in that because, well, fruits and vegetables have lots of water. So Pisces, summertime is great for you because it hits your 5th house, which is all about creativity, romance, fun, things that you really love, recreation, and things that you just make you feel like a little kid. This is a transit for you, Pisces, to really get in touch with your inner child. So I created a smoothie for you that is all about playfulness, and it can bring you romance and more joy because, well, Pisces, you really deserve it. You had Saturn in your sign last year. Things have not been easy for you, but things are going to get better. I promise you. So for your smoothie, I added some mango, which is good for creativity and romance. I added some pineapple for joy and self-expression. I gave you some coconut water just because, you know, you might need some extra hydration, and it's good for giving you more calm. I also added some chia seeds, just that I was feeling very generous. And it's going to give you lots of energy and creativity and well, some extra fiber, which is never a bad thing. And I also gave you some honey for sweetness and love, Pisces. So I think this smoothie is going to be really very tasty. It's going to be quite the treat for you. And hopefully this whole summertime, Pisces, you have lots and lots of treats. Well, I think that we did it, folks. We went through every single smoothie for every single sign. Does anybody have any questions about smoothies or anything else that I can answer for you before I skedaddle? And we'll make a smoothie, of course. That's next to my list of things to do. Does anybody any questions? If you don't, well, that is fine. I'll give my little spiel while you're thinking. You can check out my website, of course, psychicsun.com, for readings, coaching, gift certificates, and parties. I am available for all of those parties. I'm available via Zoom or in the Los Angeles area. So I think that does it, folks, unless anybody has any questions at all. Otherwise, if you're catching this live, we are in the new moon or waxing moon cycle from our Cancerian new moon that we had on June 25th. So we're drawing in energy. However, you can utilize this video 365 days out of the year. Maybe you can do it every summertime. You might just want to, you know, switch things around. So for instance, if you're not watching this when the sun is in Cancer, maybe you want to use a 5th house smoothie for when you're going through a 5th house transit. But you have lots of recipes, and you should really enjoy your smoothies. Oh, I'm glad, Kasmar. You're very, very welcome. All right, so take good care, everybody. Enjoy your smoothies, and I will see you tomorrow for sure for This Week Astrology, which will be at 1 p.m. Eastern. So enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.